let's discuss what's happening with JBM Auto. They very successfully bid for e-bus programs. What's the current order book? What's the visibility? We have Nishant Arya, the VC and MD, joining in on the show right now. Nishant, great to have you on ET Now. Firstly, on the tender order for e-buses, you've successfully been, bidding in the first round for e-buses. Could you share with us what is the exact value of this order and what's your current order book?
So our current order book, which we are looking at to deliver in the next financial year, is about 5,000 buses. That will be across the country in different segments, and we'll be catering for the standard 12-meter, 9-meter, and smaller buses to different customers. And definitely, this gives us a good boost in terms of delivering all category of buses, which we have also launched in our recent launches at the Auto Expo, which was last month. And we are gaining good traction for our new generation battery technology, charging technology, and the complete vehicle architecture as well.
What's the total order book size? What's it currently at, including this particular order?
5,000 buses.
Okay.
Okay, Nishant, that point is taken, but we understand that there was a second round of bidding also that just got completed. Did you participate in that? And what's the future pipeline looking like with respect to the order wins?
No, so this is including both the rounds. So 1 and 2, both put together, and a few of our private customers put together is 5,000 buses, what we are seeing. And categorically, we are also seeing that how many of our key private customers are also increasing their requirements, and many corporates who are going for ESG goals and SDG goals are very seriously looking at zero emission technologies like electric vehicles for their staff transportation.
Right. What I understand is that you currently have your market share standing around 13% when it comes to e-buses. And, that also equates to 10% of your current revenue. What will be the market share growth guidance that you can give us for, say, the next 2 to 3 years? And what kind of contribution do you see coming in from OEMs and EVs in particular?
So our market share stands at 30%. Actually, if you look at an annual basis, we don't end up looking at a quarterly basis, because quarter to quarter, depending on deliveries of different customers, it keeps changing. So at annual level, we are at 30%. And definitely, we see that as part of JBM Auto in the next financial year, at least 1/3 of the revenues of the company would be coming from buses.
Let's also talk about your margin profile a bit, because on a consolidated basis, the margins have stayed in the range of around 10 to 11% over the last few quarters. Is this the range which is likely to be maintained, or given that you are coming in with fresh products, there's subsidies in EV segment as well, there is an upside available on the margins going forward?
So if you see, all businesses have different kind of margins. If you see that, so in the at the company level, we are looking at 12 to 13% margins overall basis, but the bus business is about 15% to 17% kind of margins, and even the tooling business is about 25% kind of margins here, and the component business is having about 10-11% margins. So the idea is to see that how are we able to enhance the margins and the operating profitability of the company by higher asset utilization and technology driving value in each of the segments.
Okay. We understand, are also foraying into industrial tool business. Why this foray? Do you expect higher revenues or margins from this business?
No, so we have already been in the tooling business for the last 27 years. And that is the most profitable business of the company. And this particular quarter of Q3 has been the best quarter ever in the history of the company for the tooling business.
Okay, fair enough. Just wanted to understand with respect to your expansion plans, what's the capex plan lined up, and what about the funding for those capex plans? Is that in place, or you're looking at raising some funds?
Yeah.
No, so we have about 500 crores of capex, which is lined up for the coming financial year, and we are looking at that from internal accruals and debt, and we may also consider some equity in next few months. For which we'll be engaging with different partners who are looking at a long-term basis for sustainability solutions in our portfolio.
Nishant, we'll let you go on that note. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. But on